Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, and Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regina Elena. This is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
Well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 183? No, we're higher than that. 86. 186 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. Okay, wait, what? I want to make sure the picture looks a little bit choppy. I don't want it to be choppy. Will it smooth out? Maybe it'll smooth out. Is something causing it to be choppy? Oh, wait. Okay, no. I think we're good now. Maybe just needed a second.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Testing.
Yes, testing. Yeah, it looks smooth now. Hi, everybody. Yes, 186. Welcome to the show. The greatest co-host in the galaxy, Regina Elena, is... She's busy at the moment. Oh, she's in the chat, though. Hi, Regine. Hello, Regine. I was just saying her mic is here, but she is busy in the world, but she is in the chat. Hi, Regine. Hello. But I am your host, Scott Dion Brown. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. And I am incredibly excited because this is our first... We're back in the studio, but as you guys know who've been watching, we haven't yet had a guest in the studio. But today, we are short a co-host, but we do have an in-studio guest. So I'm just going to bring him in. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today is no stranger to the show, no stranger to me. We played in a band together. What the crazy part is we went from seeing each other pretty much every week for years, and then not seeing each other at all because of COVID for 2 years, which is just a sad thing. Oh, wait, the music stopped. There it is. However, now, COVID is finally almost kind of behind us. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm sit-down welcome to the legendary Garson Karrel. Hello, Garson.
What's up, everybody? Thank you, Scott, for having me. I'm super excited to be here. Big fan of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, so it's always a pleasure coming on the show. Anytime Scott messages me being like, hey, man, would you be interested in coming on the Sit Down? I jump at the opportunity anytime.
It's always a great time. It's just always a great time.
This is number 4.
Regine would know.
Regine would know.
I don't remember anything. But so we know for sure. Okay, wait, we can
more than that.
We may be able to figure it out. Because you came on with Siggy one time in the old studio.
Yes.
But then you also came in the old studio with Silver Lining.
Yes.
And then you've done Silver Lining. We've been here as well with Silver Lining.
Yes.
Because I think we've done 2, was it Super Bowl Sunday we were always, or Grey Cup Sunday?
Yeah, exactly. It was
football.
Grey Cup?
Was it Grey Cup? Mm-hmm. So we've done at least 2 of those. And then you've also been here on your own, I think.
Yeah.
How many was that? Did I just count? Was that 5?
5.
And now here.
Yes.
So it's got to be like 6.
At least 6.
Regine says, I think it's his 7th.
It's a lot of times, and I love being on the show. Any opportunity to sit down with Scott Dion Brown, I'll jump at it.
And I'll jump at any chance to sit down with Garson Karrel.
Yes.
There you go. Well, so before we jump in, I mean, I want to start asking you what you've been up to and everything, but I think first we should start with, you have a collection of as Regine just noticed, another boozy episode. There's some items that they can see in front of you, some
Let's bring
some
them in.
bottles and some other things. We're gonna have a drink. You're gonna make us a drink.
Yeah.
Because among your many talents, one of them is a very, very excellent bartender.
I've been a bartender for over 10 years. I crossed the decade mark now, so some people consider that. I mean, some people say 10,000 hours. I think I may have clocked in somewhere around there by now.
10 years is a good chunk of time to get great
Yeah.
at something. And what are you gonna make us today?
We're having white wine spritzers, man.
You know what? It's summer.
It's summer. I love having this drink. So when you asked me, hey man, I was thinking about having a drink. Come up, what do you want to do? First thing that comes to mind is drinks that I have all the time, because I think those are hopefully the drinks that other people watching want to have too. Everybody likes fancy cocktails, don't get me wrong. It's nice sort of to have those skills in your toolbox, but I think the drinks that are most useful are the ones that we go to most often. And I don't just mean like rye and ginger. Something with a little bit, one or two more steps, but still easy, so that like when we're at home, spring, summertime, we got guests over, we're having a barbecue, we can slap it together pretty quick, and it's usually stuff that we have laying around.
Well, the thing is, there's a reason why people go back to these, right? It's because they're good.
Yeah.
It's because they're delicious. So we are doing a white wine spritzer.
A spritzer.
All right. So let's. What do you need? What are our ingredients to make a white wine spritzer? My guess is
Naturally.
white. Yeah. Take it away.
Naturally, we need the white wine here.
White wine.
We've got white wine. Graciously supplied, pardon me, by Mike Brown.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Mike.
It's my father. Yep. And also we should mention, it doesn't have to be like a high quality white wine, right?
Don't bother.
Okay.
If that's what's laying around, for sure, you got like 1 cup of this beautiful white wine laying around, and maybe it stayed out of the fridge a little longer than you'd like. You're like, it's not really, I don't want to just pour it in a glass and have it on its own. Then it's perfect for making a spritzer or making sangria. And that's part of the beauty of white wine spritzers, is you don't need a lot of wine. You just need a little bit of a couple things.
Beauty.
So what we've got here is the white wine on our far side here. This isn't necessary, but it's a nice touch. So if you've got any liqueur laying around at your house, elderflower, this one's peach, maybe apricot, or some kind of accent juice even. Maybe if you just had peach juice, pineapple juice, a little of that fruity accent is a really nice touch. So that's why we've got this liqueur here, adding a bit of a fruity flavor to pair in there.
Lovely.
And this beautiful gin. This is from the Spirit of York in Toronto's distillery district, and all their stuff is
Fantastic.
100%. So that's what we've got as far as liquor. I came equipped with an orange syrup, and this one actually has some mint in it as well. I've got a lovely garden of mint in my backyard, so
So this is a syrup that you made.
Yes.
You made this syrup.
and I want most people, if you've got a minute, this was just equal parts sugar and water, orange peels. Like, I was enjoying an orange for lunch. I'm not going to eat the zest. So sweet. I get to reuse it in some syrup.
Perfect.
And then I just grabbed a handful of mint out of the garden and plopped it in the saucepan at the same time. Like, it's there. It's abundant. Mint is basically a weed, so pluck that, threw that in. So we've got that going in as our sweet component.
So that is not ketchup.
This is not ketchup, but it is in a hot sauce bottle, which has a bit of a story behind it.
Oh, that's nice.
Not an interesting story that I'll tell today, but it did end up in... it was a late night pizza excursion, and somehow somebody came home with the hot sauce bottle.
As you do sometimes.
Right? This is lemon juice.
All right. Yeah.
So, for going into our cocktail here, I think it's kind of noteworthy just to see that there's a basic array of ingredients here. We've got a base. We need alcohol in there for a bit of punch. We've got an accent flavor, which is a fruity accent flavor, and we've got wine. Those are all really critical. Then we're going to go equal parts sweet and sour. It's kind of funny that this is yellow. It's very ketchup mustard going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got sweet and sour, and then we've got bubbles. So there's 6 things going in. Let's make cocktails.
Let's do it. Oh, Regine's like, it's another boozy episode. Apparently, he only sits down with Scott, though. You know what? Because we haven't had... She's always away when we do the... Regine, we got to get you in here, and we'll bring Garson in, and you're going to have to make a drink for Regine. We're just gonna make it
I don't know if I've ever had the pleasure of making Regine a drink.
I don't think so. I think it's always just worked out that she wasn't here at that time.
Regine, I miss you, girl. Also, congratulations on the pageant and your wedding. So I'm just loading up these glasses with ice.
Yep.
Scott, such a good host, loaded up this nice bucket and made it easy for us. We don't have to pop anything out of the tray. Let's top these bad boys up. Lots of ice. Ice is the way to go. More. Okay, so we've got lots of ice. Sweet and sour. Let's start there. Most of the time it's equal proportions. Just go equal parts sweet and sour.
Okay.
Because I already made one of these, I know that I liked it a little extra sweet. And the reason that happened is because wine is a bit tart. Sometimes it's a little bit sour. So we need a little extra sweet.
So you'll tweak those to taste, sort of thing.
To taste, 100%. That's exactly the right word for it.
Got it.
Here we go. Let's build stuff. I'm going to flip over. This is 2 ounces. So we're going to go 1.5 ounces. Boom. Sorry.
1.5 ounces? No. Let's see.
1.5 ounces. Try not to knock my soda over here. Leish. And now I'm going to add 1 ounce of lemon juice because we know almost equal parts, but a little extra sweet is nice. Let's get that out of the way. Gin. These are lovely large glasses, so to make them nice and full, I'm going to add 1.5 ounces of gin.
Good idea. I agree.
Scott's made one of these before. He knows that 1.5 ounces is just the right amount. Do you have you had spritzers recently? When was the last time you drank something like this?
You know what? The answer is I don't know. I can't. I think the last time I had a nice drink, it might be the last time you made one for us on the show. I think you did a Pim's Cup last time, if I remember. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's been a while.
So I just went in with the gin. We've done almost all our ingredients. We're like 2/3 of the way there. We've got sweet, sour, and gin in there. So we need just the last 3. 3 are in there. We're halfway. We're going to add the accent now. This could have been juice, like I said. Maybe you have pineapple juice laying around. We had a peach liqueur. Maybe you have a different liqueur, elderflower liqueur. Maybe even some Pimm's would be nice in there. It blends nicely with wine and clear spirits and fruity stuff. So some kind of accent. Let's go with 3/4 ounce. I started with 1/2 ounce the first time I built this. And as I said, I noticed that it just wanted a little extra sweetness and a little extra fruitiness. Because we've got lemon juice and wine, both of which are kind of sour. So we went with 3/4 ounce, a little extra sweet. 2 ounces of wine. You don't need much. And it's flexible, quite honestly. Maybe you want a little extra wine. Who knows? Maybe you just went a little heavy-handed. It was 3 ounces this time. Add a little extra dash of soda. Nobody minds that.
It's not baking. We're not got to be to the micro whatever.
Exactly. And it's also a spritzer. Maybe if I was making somebody a martini, people can be a little like I like a dry martini, which means they don't like very much vermouth in it. And maybe if I made that drink for them, I gave them a really vermouthy martini. That might be a scenario in cocktailing where you're like, okay, you botched it.
Fair enough.
But this is one of those drinks. Again, it's so easy to make. So that's why I really wanted to show everyone this drink. Like we said, I could have poured everything I just did just by hand. This jigger was just to kind of like demonstrate and stuff like that. Okay, 1 ounce here, 2 ounces there. But quite honestly, go home and glug this stuff straight into a glass. Cool. Little 1 glug here, 1 glug there, 2 glugs here, 2 glugs there.
So, and don't worry. Like if you don't have every little tool that you necessarily would use, you don't have to. Don't worry too much about it.
Not at all. Not at all.
All right.
In fact, I'm just gonna, yeah, these glasses just aren't looking quite full enough. I know that the wine is a little flexible. We can get a little heavy-handed there. And then we want 2 or 3 ounces of soda. One thing sometimes I do if I'm preparing lots of cocktails for people, say there was 6 glasses out here. I might pour this first one out here using my measuring tool. And I know I want 3 and a bit. And then I can see that the fill line on my glasses, and despite these glasses are different sizes. If we had glasses which were all the same size, then I just go across them, just matching.
I see.
Exactly, makes it fast. 1, 2, 3, something like that. Let's do a little taste test. We give it a stir. I take my spoon. I'm going to take just a drop off of my spoon and put it in this little divot on my hand here. Delicious.
Delicious. Wonderful.
So yeah, that's how easy it is, guys. It doesn't have to be gin either. Could be vodka.
Oh.
And upon tasting this one, I noticed not quite sweet enough. Went in with a little bit of my liqueur. I know that's kind of sweet. Went in with a little syrup. I know that's kind of sweet. So this is how we just kind of doctor things and make sure that everything... Come on now.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to make anything less than perfect for you. Or anyone else for that matter.
That's why you're a pro.
Thank you, Scott. So, it's a beautiful drink. I know it tastes awesome, but I really want to kind of take the experience as high as I can for my friends, family, and guests. So, fresh fruit, it honestly just elevates it. They look in the glass and there's a party. There's a party in the glass now. Botching this. But, so I've got a couple wheels. Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
nice. Little, like a little orange garnish there.
Yeah, yeah. Next thing we want to do is take a little cheek off the zest. I already cut one. I had one prepared already. And what we're going to do here, see if the camera will grab this. When we pinch the zest on this orange, it's going to squeeze essential oil all over the glass and on the top of the cocktail.
Oh.
Oh, I saw some.
Nice.
Hopefully
so you can see that at home. You can see that at home. Oh, I see. So you kind of rub it around there to give it a little bit of, so they'll smell that as they're bringing it up, and they'll.
Now it's aromatic.
Beautiful.
So not only did we garnish visually, but we kind of garnished with an essential oil too. So now when the guest leans in, it's much more.
Is this one mine?
Dozo. Sha.
And you're just garnishing yours now? Okay, right. Yeah, I'm doing it.
Cheers
Cheers
to the sit down.
to the sit down, people. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
It's so refreshing.
Glad you like it.
Oh yeah, and even just the smell, just everything.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really orangey on top. It's not just for looks, guys. It really does help.
It's like there are layers to the flavor. It's like when you sip it, first you taste like, I guess you kind of hit the sweetness first, and then you kind of feel like the other notes of, so good. This is delicious.
Fantastic. Glad you like it. The peach is really a nice touch, but any fruit would have worked. Apricots, cherries, strawberries are coming in season. Use strawberries.
Huh.
100%. You got some fresh strawberries at home? I would muddle those. In that case, I would muddle that in the glass first, then add, and then build on top of the muddled strawberry.
So it's very much the type of drink where you can modify it and adjust it based on what you have, based on what your own tastes are, and it's very flexible.
Yeah.
In that way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Seasonal, flexible. It's all about you.
Beautiful. The white wine spritzer, people, courtesy of Mr. Garson Karrel. Hang on, I'm just adjusting my camera quickly.
It's a Catalina wine mixer.
Oh yeah. So Gars,
Yes.
how have the last 2 years been?
2 years have been great. I mean, maybe I should be a little more honest. I think that's such a typical response. Oh, everything's good, man. Let's not.
But it's been a
sugarcoat it.
yeah. It's been a crazy 2 years.
Yeah, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously ups and downs. Most often what I say is it's a curse and a blessing, and in lots of conversations it seems like other people are feeling that way too, a curse and a blessing. And so maybe I'll speak to the good stuff first.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll talk about the bad stuff first.
Yeah, and we can finish up with the
End on a good note.
Take it away. So how has it been?
And I don't want to call it bad stuff. Because it's just stuff. But I guess I would say going into the beginning of the pandemic 2 years ago, I was just, and I still am, a very green, fitness instructor. I'm in the first few years, like I've been a sort of like fitness geek for a long time. I like going to the gym, but had never sort of taken it, gotten serious about developing as a professional skill. So I got my personal training certification only months before we went into lockdown. And then going into lockdown, there was a lot of pressure to find ways to go online. So I was doing some online classes and going through the motions. You know, try this out. I want to, obviously everybody's trying to keep busy and adapt, pivot and adapt.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm all in. But quite honestly, is a little bit emotional. I got in the industry and I'm drawn to social interactions. Not that there can't be connections online.
It's not quite. It's just not quite the same.
Yes, not quite the same.
Yeah.
So, there's an internal battle happening there. Like, well, I have to pivot. Everything's online, but my heart says I'm not all in. And so navigating that challenge and feeling the pressure to be busy, but with so little experience under my belt, it was, it's difficult to suddenly be like, develop your online presence. But I didn't have really anybody who knew that I was a professional yet. So that was really challenging. Months and months of wanting to be busy, not being busy. I think I'm probably echoing thoughts that a lot of people and feelings that a lot of people had. I hope we share those.
I've got to think basically anybody who was working in industries that generally involved like working directly with people. Yeah, I mean, I know for me, with the film and television stuff, like it just all stopped. Like so suddenly there was like several months where you're just, oh, okay, I guess there's just nothing, nothing. So, yeah.
Everyone's feeling that same thing, and they're probably getting a little stir crazy, especially in the city. I can't speak for everyone around, in Ontario, but there might be a commonality in Toronto. We have a sort of like hustle and grind kind of mindset. A lot of people out there are probably saying like, yeah, it's not just you guys in Toronto. Everybody's hustling and grinding. But there's this definitely sort of an undercurrent of, if you ain't busy, then what are you even doing here? Like, this is the place of opportunity. So battling with that feeling, and I turned to Animal Flow as a way to set myself apart from other fitness professionals. I wanted a fitness niche that was a little different from other people. And yeah, I was feeling like, awesome, I want to show people how to squat and do push-ups, and looking out into the fitness world and being like, everybody is teaching everyone how to squat and how to push up. And as someone who's trying to blossom and set themselves apart and get attention, I felt like I needed something else to make myself unique. So Animal Flow came into view quite suddenly, hopped right on it, took the level 1 workshop. And this happens to a lot of people. They find that thing, that recreational activity, that when they're doing it, they're lost. They're It's like sort of out of body. It's a meditation.
Huh.
What I want to say is when we do that thing, our mind gets a little released because we're no longer trapped in the narrative of our day.
Kind of sounds like you're describing, like, say when we were playing music and there's that moment where like the whole band just kind of locks in and it's just like you feel like you forget everything else and it just feels like natural and that you just found something. Mm-hmm. Kind of like that you're kind of describing?
Exactly like that. That's exactly the feeling. So I find Animal Flow, and I mean, kind of just fast forwarding a bit, I just stuck with it for, I mean, basically since you didn't see me until now.
So I've been seeing videos on your Instagram. That's what I started noticing. Mm-hmm. You look a lot more shredded, by the way.
Thanks, buddy.
You do. There you go.
Give one to the cam.
So good job. Good job. But I wanted to ask, so what is Animal Flow? And yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. It's primal movement, ground-based, body weight. So there's no equipment. That's part of the beauty of it. You can do it nearly anywhere with only, if you have basically just enough space for yourself on hands and knees or even 2 feet, you can do Animal Flow. Cool. So that's a great thing about it. It's this body weight, ground-based, primal movement system. And it's got 6 components. Maybe I'll break it apart a little bit.
Sure.
There's 6 components to Animal Flow. Because it's ground-based, we're on our hands and knees a lot of the time. So what we start with first in Animal Flow is wrist mobilizations. They're mobility exercises that just prep your wrists to be on the ground for a bit, and to be kind of loaded with your body weight in your wrists. In this position, I might add, in that position. So we're kind of like getting ready to be like this for a bit. We spend a few minutes doing wrist mobilizations. Then we do some activations. This just introduces the positions we're going to be in, beast and crab, notably. They're important base positions that we keep coming back to. So when we get down there, we get in positions, we just start lifting one leg, lifting one hand. It's like doing a plank and lifting one leg or doing a hand. Suddenly you're off balance and your core has to do a lot of work to keep you from rotating. So it starts waking up the body and getting us familiar with those positions. We do some form-specific stretches. This helps create more mobility in positions like our bridge or plank and other positions like that. Doing these form-specific stretches, encouraging strength in those ranges, those sort of end ranges, you might say.
And it's working out probably areas that a person not necessarily be working out in that way through normal movement of the day, right?
No, day-to-day movement, it would almost certainly not take you through the positions that Animal Flow does. So we do some stretches, and we have traveling forms. These are animal locomotion movements that we mimic to help us embody our human animal better. And then we plug these locomotion movements into flow. Crocodile, crawl, baboon, lateral ape. There's so many. So there's ape, we have the ABCs: ape, beast, crab, frog. Man, the Animal Flow gurus out there are looking at me like, don't forget this one and that one. Bear, leopard, and there's, you know,
and those are all different forms that you would move in.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Different, and there's different locomotive movements that we use. And lastly, 2 more things: switches and transitions. This makes up the bulk of flow. It's all the moves that they make up a lot of the dance of it, and they take us between our base positions. So we might start in beast or crab or ape, and then we go to a switch and a transition, and maybe another switch and transition. We end up in another base position. So our base positions and our switches and transitions are strung together in these infinite combos. The combinations are endless, and that's another amazing thing about flow. There's just so many possibilities. You can take 2 moves and work them into different combinations for a month and still not have exhausted the possibilities. Lastly, and we've kind of been edging towards this, is flow. That's the 6th and final component. Free flow, choreographed flow, and call out flow. Call out flow, I'd be like beast, right leg under switch, left leg under switch into right leg side kick through, and you listen to me give instructions, and it's sort of a game like Simon Says, where you follow along.
So flow is like kind of the transitioning in between the different positions.
It is. It's the dance that we create from all the switches transitions, all the traveling forms, all the form-specific stretches. That's what we use to build up our flow and our base positions and our traveling forms. I don't know if I'm repeating myself anymore, but there's so many moves and the combinations are endless. So we've got call-out flow, we've got choreographed flow where you pick a piece of music, and if you've checked out some of my recent videos on Instagram at Garson Karrel, you will find choreographed flows where we've taken pieces of music and then danced the moves to them, which is super fun and adds a really challenging layer to the performance. And lastly, free flow. Just whatever moves are feeling good, string them together, and it's up to you.
Cool. Yeah, I have seen some of those. I saw one. There was one I just watched yesterday. It was you and your bandmate moving to what song was it? I can't remember now. It was a pop song.
I think the most recent one we did was "Yummy" by Bieber.
That was it.
Yeah.
Bit of the Biebs.
The Biebs.
Cool. So it sounds like it would be very good for because it's a lot of motion, and it would really be good for if like kind of protecting you from being like injury or something, because you're kind of using the whole movement of your body, right?
Totally. It's extremely good for injury prevention because we do go into a lot of these sort of like, I want to say, end range positions and start strengthening our joints in those positions so that they become resilient and they have good longevity. Another thing that naturally kind of lends it towards injury prevention is we are on our hands and knees or on 2 feet, and we're moving in multiple directions a lot, not just forward and back. Like squatting, we're sort of up and down and in our lane, and deadlifting, we're like sort of in that lane, and lunging, we're sort of moving in our lanes. And this is great. I love doing those workouts, and the beauty of Animal Flow is it takes us outside that, so it's the perfect like supplement for a workout program for things like injury prevention or just general mobility, because we're moving in multiple planes under load. So our tissues, they become more resilient, they bounce back more, and they're less likely to get injured.
Because I'm just thinking like, although now haven't since before the pandemic, but I was playing like baseball on a team, and baseball, like before the game, you'll stretch out your arms and you'll play catch a few times, right? But usually in baseball, like where you'll injure yourself is like, because there's a lot of you're standing there and then you got to react to where the ball goes. Sometimes the ball might go somewhere you weren't expecting, and you'll like twist yourself in a way to like get to it that you weren't prepared to do, right? And even when you warmed up, you weren't doing that. But I guess Animal Flow, you're kind of moving, you're getting used to moving in a lot of different directions that you wouldn't normally be.
Totally. And that's why it's so valuable as a warm-up or a cool-down. It's going to take us through all those moves that maybe we didn't expect we were going to twist suddenly, but that's sports. And that's exactly how it happens, too. It's just that movement that we didn't expect and that we don't train. So if you're not training it, then it's going to be a weak link in the chain.
Makes sense. Oh, my dad says, looks fantastic. I think he's talking about the drinks. He goes, looks fantastic. If I came into the studio, would it be possible to get one of those? It sure would.
Yeah.
It sure would. We can make that happen.
If anybody missed earlier how to make this wine spritzer, coming at you one more time.
Yeah, we'll make. In fact, we're gonna need another one anyway. Oh, and Paulin is also in the chat. Hello, Paulin. Hello, welcome to the show.
What's up, Paulin?
Hey, we are here with professional Animal Flow instructor and musician and professional bartender and all of those things, Garson Karrel. Actually, we're about at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to do the ads.
Cool.
And you can prepare a incredible beverage for us.
Let's go.
So we'll get you going there.
Okay.
And let me get the ads going. Where is it? Actually, I forgot. I keep forgetting. I always had the ads printed out on a piece of paper, and I keep forgetting to bring it up here. But we do have it here because remember we've been doing the show from like another location for so long. So yeah, you can continue to make the drinks, and I'm just gonna open the. I could probably do them from memory. In fact, yeah, I'm just gonna do them from memory.
Can I grab your glass and I'll
Oh yeah,
top
my
it
glass.
up?
Yeah, top me up. There you go. Beautiful.
Here we
Okay. And oh, did I just see Datum in the chat? Hey, Datum, what's up? Welcome to the show. We're here hanging out with Garson Karrel, good friend of mine, as well as a musician and Animal Flow instructor and bartender. He's making us some delicious beverages. And I am going to let you guys know that this episode of The Sit Down was brought to you by some very important people, specifically the following advertisers. Ladies and gentlemen, as I find it and I delay because I'm looking for, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. And in these times, you need somebody in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is here to help. She is my realtor. She could also be your realtor. She will go the extra mile to find all the information you need so you can make it a decision you can feel confident about. She is committed to looking out for you. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. Like I said, she's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at JMckenziehomes at gmail.com.
That's right.
Jewelry Forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East, Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and change watch batteries all on site. Jerry over at Jewelry Forever is an absolute artist. If you have a vision for something you would like made, a custom piece of work, he is the man to make it for you. And he also has a fine selection of things already manufactured. And we have a great deal. Tell them Scott and Regine sent you. Mention the show. Get 15% off your purchase. 15%. Also follow them on TikTok, where he posts a lot of cool videos behind the scenes, repairing jewelry, also making custom work. He does some really, really cool work. So find out more at jewelryforever.ca. And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, everybody. All you got to do is send us an email at radioshowad@gmail.com. We do the show live every week, people. What does that mean? Well, we also do the ads live week to week, which means you can personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time in a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. Get in touch. radioshowad@gmail.com. And we're back. Hello, people. Hello, everybody. Datum, Paulin, hello. Welcome. If you're just tuning in, we are here, or I guess I am here, because Regine is not here this week, but I am carrying on here this week's episode of The Sit Down, and we are here with Garson Karrel, who is in this moment mixing up some more white wine spritzers. And,
Got another round here.
Yeah,
Might even be better than the last one.
we've improved. We're improving. They are these are
word.
delicious drinks.
They're just so tasty. It's a great spring and summer beverage. You got cucumbers? Cucumber goes really well in this. Cucumber lime, cucumber basil, cucumber mint, cucumber.
Love it.
Dozo. Here you are, Mike. I would muddle it. Get some of that. I mean, even if you got cucumber juice, fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, right? It's kind of one of those staple
Thank you, sir.
vegetables.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Jazz.
Aye.
Those are really nice.
Glad you like them.
One thing I should have asked, and will ask now, is obviously we've been talking about Animal Flow.
Yeah.
If people would like to learn from you, where do people go? How can people find you?
Guys, I'm at a gym called Flight Club in Toronto. Flight Club TO. We're just a little west of Dundas, or pardon me, of Bathurst on Dundas. Fantastic gym. The owner there, Lonnie, is an absolute amazing athlete. I used to train Muay Thai with her. She's got experience training for Olympics and Paralympics. Just a real amazing lady. So I'm absolutely over the moon to be teaching Animal Flow there and teaching boot camps there. So if you're looking to get a cardio burn on, look me up on Instagram at Garson Karrel. You can sign up for my classes through the link in my Instagram. So
there you go. There it is, right there, people. On screen. Garson Karrel, right there on Instagram. Give him a follow. And you said, so you're planning to try to start doing some outdoor stuff, and also you're available for one-on-one classes as well if people
Yes. Yeah. If you've got some friends, or maybe just you've decided that you want to go deeper into Animal Flow, it's so easy for us to connect. Pick a park, pick a day where the weather's not too bad, and then let's get out there and get busy, because it's the kind of thing we can do anywhere, anytime.
And you don't need equipment, right? Like, it's you are the equipment.
We are the equipment. And it's a fantastic workout. I can't say enough good stuff about it. Everybody's got to give it a try. Come see me at Flight Club, or look me up and let's do a session together. Get in there, get busy, get moving. You might discover that it's the right thing for you and you fall in love with it right away. Like we were saying, it's got that sensation of when you're outside your mind, you're in the musical flow, you're in the animal flow, you're in the painting flow, you're in the construction flow, you're in the carpentry flow, whatever it is. We find our flow, all the snowboarding flow, parachuting flow. There's flow everywhere. But Animal Flow is amazing, so definitely give it a shot.
There you go. Get in touch with Garson. Yeah, I haven't. That's one thing I have missed a lot about playing music, and even just the rehearsing, the jamming. Like I said, so Garson and I, well, we met through Siggy, who's also a regular on the show, friend of the show. We played in his band. How many years were we in Siggy? It was a few years, right?
Maybe 3. Could be 3 years, yeah.
And we would rehearse every week. And then there'd be gigs. So we would basically see each other every week, like every Monday usually. Sometimes it moved around, but pretty much once a week at least, plus shows every week for like years.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was just like, okay, well, no, all that's done now.
Yeah.
It's just all done. So weird.
It was a really stark change.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those routines, like every night, 8 p.m., I turn on the TV, I crack a beer. I love that part of the day. Love it. I loved getting together every Monday and doing rehearsal. We did it so many years, so routinely, that when suddenly that thing was removed from the routine, must be preaching to the choir right now. Everybody's like, yeah, I know what you mean, man.
Yeah.
It felt super strange, and it's almost like, people who are friends that are on the edge of being family there's suddenly a lot of space there. So
yeah,
it's interesting trying to reconnect the dots online. Obviously, as a band, we have a group chat that we go to stay in touch, and
it was definitely a big shift from like just because especially it didn't always happen, especially depending on the day of the week. But there was even stretch where there was a fairly normal thing where we'd rehearse for a few hours, and then remember we would walk over to that Tequila Bookworm on Queen.
Yes.
Right. We'd get around. We'd get some the nuggets. They have some nice chicken McNuggets there.
Amazing nuggets.
I'm a vegetarian now, so I won't eat those anymore.
Oh!
I switched to vegetarian. That's one thing I did do during the pandemic. But anyway, it was just strange to have these regular things just disappear. And then the weird part was like during the pandemic, when we couldn't go anywhere and we weren't doing anything, when I would think about how we used to do that, it felt like another world. Like I'm like, wait, what do you mean? It just felt so far away.
Yeah.
And then now that we're kind of coming out on the other side, now it's like, it almost feels like the pandemic itself didn't happen. And it's weird to think that like 2 years, you know?
I totally agree. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There's just, you really hit the nail on the head there. Like it really is nicely done.
Oh, no, that was, oh wait, what is that? Oh, shoot, I couldn't read the name. I think somebody just followed or on D Live. But
Nice.
hi, thank you. Welcome. Thank you. I didn't see it. Oh, and Thomas asked Scott, did you watch the 3 Cars movies? Thomas, I have not seen the Cars movies. One day I will watch them. I think I've only seen Cars 1.
Cars is great.
Have you seen Cars 2 and 3?
I think I watched the second one. I'm not sure if I saw the third one.
I'm pretty sure I've only seen the first one. But anyway, welcome to the show, Thomas. We're here with Garson Karrel. You know what I found weird with the pandemic is when, you know, I consider myself, you know, we talked about it a bit on the way here, how like, you know, I'm fairly entrepreneurial and I like to, you know,
Yes.
do stuff on my own and that sort of thing. But one thing I found a challenge for me was when stuff first shut down, I had this idea in my head that like, oh great, now I'm gonna have so much time to do all this stuff. And what I found weird was it was hard for me to it's like when you have so much time to do anything, I found myself, it didn't feel like there was any urgent reason to do anything, which is what I've realized. So for example, if I knew that, okay, well, I've got rehearsal on Monday and then I've got this show on Tuesday, because, you know, the nature of my work was a lot of stuff was in the evenings. So I knew like if I wanted to get something done, okay, I better make sure I spend my Thursday doing this. Suddenly, if you take away all of the things where I had to be anywhere, suddenly there wasn't any, I could work on this, but then I don't need, you know? And so it took me a long time. Same with working out, actually, because before the pandemic, I had a pretty good routine, like working out in the gym in my building. I was going there almost every day. And then the pandemic shifted and all of the amenities in the building closed. So we couldn't go upstairs. We couldn't do any of that stuff. And I thought, okay, I could work out inside. I have a few weights, but I didn't for like a year. I didn't do a single thing workout wise. And so that was something I realized I almost had to start forcing either a deadline on myself or forcing, you know, so it was, I don't know, it was a weird, I think, like I said, it wasn't like, you said, you know, yeah, it was great, but it wasn't great. There was a lot of weird things we learned about ourselves. And
That's just the automatic answer, eh?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm fine. Like, you know, I'm not. I was in a fortunate position that, you know, my work tends to be not stable, the nature of it. But my girlfriend's work, she has like a normal job, and also her company transitioned very easily to online work. So like people who were in either my type of industry, or like if you worked in like the service industry, or if you worked in restaurants or any of those things, or anything, or even like what you were working, any jobs like that, you know, a lot of people had a really rough time. We were in a fortunate position that we were, you know, we transitioned pretty fine. So it was okay, but it was still, you know, mentally it was weird.
Well, as you said, thank goodness for the easy parts, but without a framework, without deadlines, everything starts to slip around.
Yep.
So, and I was feeling that the same way. Embarrassingly, I'll admit, like musically, without Siggy on my table, without that project as a continual project that always needs to be worked on, or else you walk into the rehearsal room looking like you didn't do your homework. Nobody likes that feeling. But without that project on my table, without other musical projects on my table, I felt like I didn't really, you know, I just, like you said, you didn't pick up a weight. I didn't pick up my drumsticks.
Well, I mean, like, so I put out, in fact, I've been mentioning it every stream, my new song, Every Day, acoustic. It's out now on Spotify, Apple Music, all those places. That's the only song I put out for, like, the whole pandemic, right? And that was only, when did I write that? A few months ago. Like, I could have put out multiple EPs by this point, like, easily. Same with film. Like, I did finish my film, Storage Room B that I shot before the pandemic. But even that, like, with all the extra time I could have had, I should have finished it within, I don't know, a month of the pandemic. I finished it almost a year into the pandemic, you know? So, I don't know. I honestly, I was a little disappointed in myself for not hitting the ground running.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying not to be too hard on myself because I understand like a lot of people did that because it's different when your entire, I don't know, the way you're used to being changes, right? You just sort of have to switch around.
Yeah.
So like I'm working out again now. Like, well, I started working out in my condo. And then around that time, like this was about in January when I started, so a few days a week I was, doing some push-ups, doing some stuff. And then the gym opened up a few months ago. So now I'm going up there. But again, it took a long time to get back into that again. So,
It's tough. Super tough. And I feel you. I'm very excited to be going into our shows in August. We've got a couple shows lined up in August, so it's nice just to have musical fitness projects all kind of starting to sit on the dinner table again and go ahead, take another helping,
and kind of coming back quicker than I expected. Like I said, so we've got a gig. So yeah, we're gonna jam. We're gonna play a couple shows in August, and again, 2 of them popped up. They're within a week of each other. And out of nowhere, it was just, like I got back on the stage a little while ago. I think I told everybody I performed on my own with guitar for the first time in 2 years. And I'm like, oh, this is nice, But I haven't really jammed with musicians yet. So I'm really looking forward to getting some rehearsals going and just that experience again.
Yeah.
Feeling
those synergistic moments when we're all just kind of locked into the musical world that exists in that tiny room for that tiny moment. We're all trying to synergize to the most we possibly can and just create amazing.
Well, I remember with Siggy rehearsals, even before we would start running the set, there would always be kind of one of us would sort of just start something. Maybe it would be me going down, 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 and then suddenly you would just come in with a beat, and then Mike would come in, it would just and suddenly we're all just playing this thing that didn't exist a second ago, And we might go for 5-10 minutes on that, someone will take a solo, you know what I mean? And it was just so and that's just been gone, just been completely gone. Yeah, it'd be nice to have that again.
Oh, I miss those moments sitting in the studio and like you said, someone just kind of, we're tinkering away. I'm tightening this on my, my hi-hats. I'm tinkering on something in my hi-hats and somebody's tuning their bass guitar and Siggy's checking his levels or something. Somebody's over in the corner. A-doo-ba-ba-doo-boo-boo. A-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. And then Greg comes in. Oh,
it'll be nice.
Magic.
We'll get it back. We'll get it back.
Where's Greg?
I've messaged Greg a few times. In fact, we're trying to make it work so he can be on the sit down, but it's Sundays he's usually working, so we'll get him on here. But I've been messaging him a couple times.
Didn't he one time win? He won the watch that
we
gave away on a Siggy a Silver Lining. I can't remember.
So Jewelry Forever, sponsor of the show. There's their logo right there. Jewelry Forever. They donated a watch. And that's right, you guys were here, raffled it off, and Greg won the watch.
Yes.
And we did a thing where I gave it to him at one of the shows we were at, so we took a picture with him with it and everything. Yeah, Greg.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg, shout out to Greg.
Greg, where are you, man? I miss you.
Yeah. We gotta see Greg again very soon.
Mm-hmm.
This is totally unrelated, but I read my girlfriend sent me an article the other day. So in India, an elephant. In fact, I'm smiling as I say this, but it's not a good story. But I don't know if you heard of this, but an elephant trampled a 70-year-old woman to death. Okay, which is a horrible thing that happened. But then, at her funeral, the elephant showed up, grabbed the corpse, and trampled her corpse again. The same woman. Yeah, it happened. And
Good God.
And the thing is, I'm like, so now I'm sitting here being like, what did the woman do? Like, why did the elephant? Because elephants are smart animals. Like if one of them dies, the elephants will like mourn, and like at the anniversary of that elephant's death, the elephants will like come back to the same spot, so they remember stuff. So for the elephant to kill this woman, and then on her funeral show up and like throw her corpse all over the place. That elephant didn't like that woman.
It asks a lot of questions. What did she do? Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's not the first time they've met.
I feel like it's too much of a coincidence, right? I'm going to see if I can find the article that she sent me, because it was. In fact, yeah, I have it. Actually, it would make sense if I have it as a screen capture, but I don't. But whatever. I've got it here. Okay, here. This is in the Independent. Elephant kills 70-year-old woman, then returns to trample her corpse at funeral in India. Isn't that crazy?
Animals have personalities too. This elephant might be one of those like extra pissed off individuals that's got anger management issues and has not tried to sort them out yet.
Yeah, and clearly had it in for this woman. So here, killed. The incident occurred in Odisha state on Thursday. She was at a tube well drawing water in Mayurab, okay, I'm not going to say that right, district's village, when the wild elephant appeared out of nowhere. And then, okay, where's the rest of it? Oh, wait, they want me to register to continue reading. I'm not doing that. But here, so people in the comments are like, I feel there's more to this story. Now, this person, I don't know if this is real. There's a comment here that says, the woman was helping poachers throwing rocks while poachers took her babies. I don't know if that's true or not. You don't know how to check comments. But it might be something like that. Like, clearly the elephant there was something out for this woman.
Yeah.
Anyways, like I said, when my girlfriend told me the story, like it's sad, but I laughed when I heard it.
I did too.
So.
I did too. And just laughing now.
Because that's such a crazy thing to happen.
The first thing that came to my mind was Dr. Seuss, Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
They are caring and loving animals with a memory to boot. So
an elephant never forgets.
What does he say? Oh my God.
Oh, and Horton Hears a Who?
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually read
Oh,
it.
you've never read that one? And then they did a movie of it. They did a movie with Jim Carrey, yeah. Horton Hears an elephant keeps his promises. Oh my God, someone in the chat help us, Dr. Seuss. 100%. He's got this rhyme about like, yo, we never go back on our word. So, elephants are animals of extreme honor. So whatever that lady did.
She did something to make that's the thing, to make it angry enough to show up. It's so crazy that I don't even know how it would know. Maybe I don't know. It's so many questions. But
Smell? Like a pheromone memory?
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
And I guess they just smelled like they smelled the woman, I guess. And it was like, I don't know. Anyways, what an amazing story. Oh, slap people. Hello. Welcome to the show. Welcome. We're just here chatting with Garson Karrel. Yeah, if we can find more info on that.
I'm just looking up the Horton quote right now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Here it is. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. An elephant's faithful 100%.
Ah, so?
Because he's sitting on the egg. He's babysitting somebody else's egg. It's his responsibility. If he decides that he's done his job or his job is no longer important, he just killed somebody else's baby.
Oh. I didn't know that's what that book was about.
Kind of dark. Yeah, he's babysitting an egg, and he's sitting like so precariously on this tree, like he's in the top of a palm tree, bent to its nth degree, popped on top of this spotted dino egg. Mm-hmm. And he's just doing his job. He knows that it's a life and death situation, and he's here to help.
So for an elephant to trample you,
sure,
you did something.
It's not good.
I mean, I don't want to be too, maybe it was a perfectly nice lady who did nothing.
Yeah.
But the elephant clearly had a grudge.
He felt like he needed to get that water, maybe.
I guess. But the thing is, why come to the funeral? That's the crazy part of the story, right? If all he did was like, it would just be like, oh, that's sad. Like if you heard a story, like it's like you hear anything, like, you know, oh, a shark attack off the coast of Australia. Oh, that's sad. Like, oh,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But like there's the shark attack, and then the shark attack shows up later. Rather, the shark shows up later to like, well, that'd be hard unless it was a water thing. But like, wouldn't that be crazy? It's like that's what the elephant came back.
Sorry. Not supposed to laugh.
But it is. It's madness. It's madness. Anyways.
Yeah. We're always learning things from the animal kingdom.
Revenge.
Endless mysteries.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and also, this is kind of cool. A Toronto hospital is building a record-breaking system powered by poopy water.
No.
Yeah. This is in BlogTO. They are building it's the world's largest project utilizing sewage water to save the planet. So they're going to use wastewater. They're working with partners from Noventa Energy and the City of Toronto. Toronto Western Hospital just embarked on the world's largest raw wastewater energy transfer project. An enormous $38 million undertaking funded in part by the government of Canada, sorry. They're breaking ground. The WET, or WET system, will use thermal energy from a municipal sewer to supply 90% of the heating and cooling, cutting GHGs by 10,000 tons every year. So they're going to make a giant hole measuring 35 feet wide by 165 feet deep. So they're grabbing the energy from the sewage water.
Right.
So it will separate solids at the sewer level, allowing sieved but probably very smelly wastewater to be pumped into sealed, self-cleaning heat exchangers. And while wastewater is involved, the system will... So you'll never actually smell it. So I guess it's using the heat that comes off of the water and transferring that to power the hospital.
Whoa.
It's cool, eh?
Holy smokes, man. That's really exciting because these environmental initiatives, this is stuff that should have been happening 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's really exciting and heartwarming to hear that it's like a page is being turned and finally these important initiatives that kind of needed or are a little overdue getting the publicity they need to have, the support they should have, and the implementation. Just do it. Break the system.
And these types of technological things are going to be what kind of solves it, right? It'll be like cool, innovative things like that, where, I mean, that's cool. So the wastewater, like it's there. We're producing all this stuff. So now they're using the energy that comes out of that it's just cool. Anyway, I read that and it's just a cool thing.
It's very cool. I'm really stoked that I'm elated that Toronto is getting involved in.
Apparently, it's the world's largest. I think it says world's largest, world's first, or world's. I think it said world's largest. Save the planet. Where did it say? World's largest.
Yeah.
Cool. So coming soon to Toronto's Western Hospital.
Go Toronto.
There you go. So what else? What else has been going on? So I know you. So we went through the transition of the pandemic, and you discovered the amazing world of Animal Flow.
Yes.
Any other cool things? Did you find any weird? Did you take any weird habits or like any things that you found that you're doing now because of the pandemic that you weren't, or any things you started doing that you weren't before? Did you do any of those? Did you have any of those? I got a couple myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if you got.
I'm stewing, and I'm thinking about.
All right, well, I can tell you one. So I can't remember if I told you this before, but you ever heard of no poo? The people who don't use shampoo.
I have a couple friends who don't shampoo often. Yeah.
Okay, well, so sometime during the pandemic, a video popped up on my YouTube feed, and it was like the video was something like, I haven't used shampoo in a year, right? And I saw that, and I was like, ew, what? So I watched it. I went in and I watched it, and it was a guy who he had heard that apparently there's this whole no poo community, the no poo community. They exist on the internet.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And this guy said that, like, so obviously our hair produces natural oils, right? Which they even say, that's why they say you probably shouldn't shampoo every day, because like apparently it washes the oils away or whatever.
Yes.
But what this guy was saying is that if you don't shampoo, so if you shampoo all the time, your hair naturally, because you're always removing oils, your hair overproduces oils to compensate. And he said that when he stopped, there was like a stretch where it kind of got really greasy, but then it kind of neutralized, and he found that his hair kind of just was the same all the time. And I thought I was like, it's the pandemic. Okay. So I thought, let's try it. So I tried it for like a month, and I found my hair just felt fine. Like it just feels like I still shower. I'm a daily shower person. I shower every evening, but I wasn't using shampoo. So what I would do is just massage my scalp, rinse, water running in it all the time. But I wouldn't use actual shampoo. And I found, so a month went by and I was like, I guess I'll keep trying it and I'll try it. And like now, it might have been a year now where I've just not, I guess I just don't use shampoo anymore.
Not a single poo.
Not a single poo. And and see what I was expecting would happen was, because you know that when you feel like your hair is greasy, like, that feeling? Yeah. I was thinking that, after a week my hair would be greasy. I'd be like, ugh. And then like a month it'd be like really greasy. And then like, but it didn't. Like my hair just kind of feels, it just feels normal.
Yeah.
And the big test, like again, because Regina also, like when I tell Regina, she's like, ew, gross, right? But she's like, what do your girlfriends say? And that's the big test. Because like if my girlfriend was like, you smell bad, like you can't do this, right?
Yeah.
I would have been like, okay, I'm not doing this. But no, like she's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It just smells like fine. It smells fine. So I guess I don't use shampoo anymore.
That's
by the
nice.
way,
Cut it out of the budget, right?
Yeah, I just noticed now you get your hair. What a flow.
Okay, so that's something that's changed. I mean, it's been a couple years, so my hair was a little long, probably last time we met, but
it was not like it was not that.
It was never this long. I'm not really giving the camera an honest look, but
look at that.
I got some decent flow now.
Yeah.
And what a long. Have you ever had long hair, Scott?
Yeah, the longest my hair got was not quite your length. I think it was. I had it to my shoulders. I've had it to here.
Yeah.
I think probably before we met though. But yeah, there was a stretch where my hair was down to here for a little while because it was
So you and your brother looked even more twinny.
Yeah. And actually, I think his is short. Yeah, his is short now.
He cut his hair?
Yeah.
God, your brother had beautiful hair.
Yeah.
Taylor, love you, buddy, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Glad to hear you're out in BC, living in the mountains, and being an amazing human being. I miss you.
Yep. And he did have long hair. Like he in fact, you probably get it too, because yours looks pretty. Like I would find that like girls would comment on his hair. Do you find that happens with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
girls love long hair. For anyone out there who's like, I've been thinking about growing it out. I don't know. Maybe it's not for me. But you like attention. You like flirtatious attention.
Yeah.
Long hair is for you.
Okay, so did you find that when you went to long hair, do you have to care for it in a way that you didn't with shorter, or no?
Hair care changes night and day from short hair to long hair. Short hair is like wash my hair once every couple of days. I mean, even wash my hair like once a week. There's only this much hair up top anyways, so if it's greasy, then I mean, I can barely feel it. Nobody else can even really see it, and nobody else is touching my hair. I sure as hell am not, because I've not got anything to really touch. It's not in my eyes.
Yep.
It's not even in my mouth. Thank goodness. But when long hair starts happening, the hair game between short hair and long hair is night and day. And it takes time unless you've always been someone who had hair game. Nice moves. But if you've not been, then you were shocked as I was to find out that you probably spend 3 times more on products and 3 times more time in the bathroom getting your hair ready, which is a bit of an undertaking in the first, couple of years. You're like, God, dude, I'm trying to go out. I'm not like, I don't want to be like getting ready for ages. I think the thing that got me is like, you have to start setting aside time to get ready. Because if you're going to shower and wash your hair, and this is a big distinction, as you know, at being a no-poo guy, if the hair gets wet, if the hair gets wet, it's got to be the whole process has to happen if we get fully in there. But there's also the shower when we don't wash our hair. So that was a new habit for me, is like I would like put my hair up, I'm like, oh, I'm not getting my hair wet, because if it gets all the way wet, it's going to be like a frizz storm if I don't wash it and condition it and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I don't want to bore you all with hair details.
But it is a big change.
It's a big change.
It is a big change.
Yeah.
In fact, one thing I will find with the no poo thing, what's changed, the thing that I do find different with my hair is the thing that I never liked about it, actually, before I went no poo, was there was always like, so when you wash your hair out with shampoo, all the oil's gone, it's fully clean, right? There's always that stretch where, I guess frizzy is the right word, where it almost feels very like, I don't know how to describe it. Like if you blow dry out freshly washed hair, it's almost like, it feels like kind of light and it's almost standing up. Like, I guess frizzy might be the right word.
Yeah.
I never really liked that feeling, and I never liked how it looked either, right? What I have found with the no poo situation is that it never does that anymore. Like, I don't know, because each strand is more like, I guess there's oil in it. So even though my hair doesn't feel oily, it feels more, I don't know if each hair feels like a little thicker or something.
Sounds hydrated.
Yeah, I think it is.
Maybe it's not literally water content, but it's
like
pliable, supple, moist.
And so I would almost be like, because I'm very hesitant now, like, yeah, I'm not using shampoo, but I'm very hesitant to like suggest it to anybody. Oh. But if I was to suggest it to somebody, I would say it would be to like boys with like, or girls with shorter hair. Yeah. Because even if your hair is a bit oily looking, right? If you're a guy, a lot of times, let's say you put product in your hair, a lot of times you're putting product in your hair to make it look oily anyway, right? Like you want it to hold its shape, and like if you're putting in like a wax or pomade or something. So if your hair's got a bit more weight to it, normally it just kind of looks how you want it to look. I don't know if I would want it to look like that if I had really long, flowy hair. I'm not sure.
It would be handy, like something I battle with because my hair is curly, is hydration. So having oil in it is really handy. If it's not hydrated with oil, then it tends to be really frizzy, dry, tangled. So it might be a handy thing for people with long hair. It could just be a difficult transition. Yeah. Maybe with people with straight hair, it would be easier because their hair doesn't tangle as much. Maybe might be less of that sort of frustration going through the transition.
And I guess it probably depends on like, because I do know, so I watched a few videos of it, right? So the first one I saw was a guy talking about it, but there is like this strong no poo community. But then there's some others, like there's some people where I'm like, yeah, I don't use shampoo, but then the girl would say what she uses, and she like makes this mixture out of like baking soda and a whole bunch of stuff, and then she like goes in and she's like spraying, and it takes her like 20 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing that. Like if you're just gonna you're washing your hair with something else. Yeah. I'm not like, if I'm going, like it's, for me, it's going to be, it's a time saver. It's not a
poo or don't poo, shit or get off the pot.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly right. So, but then there was, I remember another girl talked about how same situation. She's like, oh yeah, it just got greasy, and then it got heavy, and then it just got worse, and then she just stopped. Yeah. So I guess maybe it depends on how each individual person's hair kind of works. I don't know.
Everybody's hair game changes. My hair's curly, so it's different for me than it is for people with straight hair. Lots of friends with straight hair, and when we talk hair, oh my God, we're talking hair. When we talk hair, they're like, oh gosh, I'm just dying for volume. Like, I'm so jealous of your curls. And I'm like, girl, you would hate all the tangles that are constantly the bane of my hair existence. Like, I can't run my fingers through my hair. Are you kidding me? I'd bald myself. Like, it's like trying to rip rip Velcro apart. So
Huh.
everybody's got such different hair game. Short hair, long hair, and among the long hair, straight, fine, curly, thick. It's about a lot of experimentation, and oh my God, this kind of circles around to a quote I read a while ago, which I believe it was something Thomas Edison said was, he said, I didn't fail. I just figured out 10,000 ways it doesn't work.
That's a good way to look at it.
So,
That's a good way to look at it.
go home, figure out one more way it doesn't work, and don't get mad about it.
I like that. It's beautiful. You know what? That might be a good place to good place to wrap up.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, well, before we say goodbye, Garson, one more time. Professional Animal Flow Instructor, Garson Karrel. And you know what? There's no better person here. You want to learn from him now. This is the time. So, Garson, where can people, once again, find you on, social media, all that stuff, if they want to get in touch for... Oh, we got to do the Barrel of Monkeys, too. Okay, but first, give us social media.
At Garson Karrel, GarsonKarrel. You can see it on the screen there. Well, let me get that there.
It is.
Guys, call me. Find the movement you love. Animal Flow is the best. You will love this, and you can share it with your friends, and everybody can flow together. It's amazing. Look me up, send me a message. If you've not been to the gym Flight Club before, come in for a free class. I'll give you a promo code.
Beautiful.
Don't wait.
There you go, people. If you're in the city of Toronto, get in touch with Garson. Okay, so I almost forgot, but I'm glad I didn't. So one thing that I'm really happy about being back in the studio. Now, I think you have done this before because...
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. So one thing that we used to always have on this show, everybody, was a beautiful thing I like to call the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. I believe that's what we called it. And for people who aren't familiar, this right here is a barrel. This is Barrel of Monkeys, okay? It's a classic game. I don't even know how old it is. Older than all of us, okay? But the way it works, you will play this game, a Barrel of Monkeys. 1 minute will be on the timer. You pick up as many as you can.
Yeah.
You are the first to do it of this new generation. Because I thought about bringing in all the previous records, but it's been so long. I think we just got to start fresh.
Start fresh?
Start fresh.
Oh my God.
So this is the beginning. So I even haven't done it. I haven't done it. Regina hasn't done it. We'll probably do one. I think we'll start it off with you.
Wow.
So I'm gonna hand you this.
I'm a little bit nervous to be the baseline.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true. And I'll
I
start.
want to set the bar high. I'd like to get a PR today, but I don't remember what my last record was.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find it. Well, it's
I
fine.
think it's gonna stay a secret, to be honest.
So it looks like if you pour it right there, that'll work. Anywhere, as long as the audience can see it. Okay, so
cool.
So what we'll do is the way it starts is when the timer starts is when you can then touch. So we'll start it sitting on the table, right? Mm-hmm. And then you pour it out, and the most you can get in a minute. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen.
So wait, they're gonna start out on the table?
No.
All the
So
monkeys?
they start in the thing. So the minute timer starts from when you pick up the closed barrel. And yeah, just pour it somewhere that make sure the audience can see it.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay, so first let's show the ladies and gentlemen introducing the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. Incredible. That's the intro.
Amazing.
All right. Garson,
Yes.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Hang on. Timer is...
I'm nervous too.
Ready. Getting a timer ready. Okay,
Oh
here
my
we go.
God.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
I remember there's a little bit of the magic to the pour as well, right? Like if you were to pour this a certain way, you could make it easier on yourself. I just noticed that as they all kind of plummeted onto the table there. A key is not rushing. A key is not rushing.
I see 3 monkeys so far. That's 4. That's 4.
Every monkey just needs to be finessed onto its hook. So, move slow and deliberately. Oh, they're all laying so flat now. Okay.
20 seconds.
20 seconds, there's lots of time. There we go. Oh!
We lost one.
Sorry. Hopefully I didn't blow anybody's ear out on that one. Come on, man.
10 seconds.
There's no rush.
5, 4, 1, 0.
Ah!
What do we got? We're counting. Okay, so we don't count the one in the hand.
Oh,
We
shit.
got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing 5 monkeys. Is that correct?
That's 5 monkeys.
5 monkeys. That looks pretty respectable number to me.
That's not a terrible number.
It's not a terrible number. Okay, wait. I got to make sure I make note. Okay, good. I have a pen. Garson.
Oh my god, that was almost 4 monkeys. That would not really float the boat so well.
Well, I don't remember at all what the other records were.
I feel like there were 7s, 6s, 7s.
We'll see. It's a brand new season. So.
It's not even. Let's not think about the past monkeys. The monkeys of the past aren't important.
We're moving forward. You know. I gotta say, pretty great being back in studio, being able to chat, do the sit down again.
A really nice way to bring it in back in studio, having a couple drinks.
A couple of white wine spritzers.
Spritzers.
Beautiful.
Honestly, delicious.
Yeah.
Guys, you got to try these spritzers at home. Wine, booze, fruit juice, soda, syrup, and some lemon or lime.
Bam.
Boom.
Well, Garson, thank you so much for being here. This was wonderful.
My pleasure. My absolute pleasure. Like you said, I don't want to repeat it too many times, but it is nice to be back in studio.
It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
So once more, everybody, make sure you follow Garson on. So Instagram is the best place, right?
Instagram is the best place.
There it is. Garson Karrel.
At Garson Karrel, guys. DM me, follow me, check my groove out, come visit me at Flight Club, and stay tuned for more action from me and Scott, because we're gonna be playing lots of music too.
Yeah, that's right. I'll be letting all of you know when the dates are coming up. But August 20th, there's a gig, and August 27th. So it's a week apart. 2 different gigs, 2 different locations. I'll let you guys know more info as we come out with it, but get ready. If you would like to follow me, everybody, well, you can subscribe to me right here where you're watching this video, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. You can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Scott Dion Brown as well. But YouTube is the best place. That's where we get all the stuff. And again, I do have a brand new original song out called Everyday Acoustic, a little love song that I wrote, produced myself. It's out now. Check it out. I think the link is in the description as well. If not, I will add it. But everybody, thank you all so much for being here. Garson, once more, thank you so much.
Pleasure's mine. Love you guys. Thank you all for joining us.
Yes. Thanks for being here, people. And we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Oh, let me get to you. There you go. There you go.
Sit down.